meditation seat, or where are you supposed to be in your meditation as far as physically? Traditionally, yes, we sat. Traditionally, if you go to a Vipassana style meditation retreat center, they want you to sit. And as I've repeated in many of these videos, you haven't seen them all yet, but the blanket folding 101. This is our favorite one, blanket folding 101. Take our blanket, we're going to fold it in half, and then half it again, matching up fringe both times, matching up the fringe both times, and then thirds. And sit just on the edge, might not be all the way in that frame there, but just on the edge of the blanket. Legs can be crossed. You can also sit on a block. Try and scoop this under here gracefully. You can sit on a block, lifts you up a little more. There are meditation seats that are round and fairly dense. They're meditation chairs, meditation stools, but this is the traditional, is to sit up, a little bit of cushion, tilt the pelvis slightly to take the pressure off of the low back and the pelvis and the spine. You can sit back on your heels. Now, my feet fall asleep, so that's not my favorite. So you can sit back on the heels. I wouldn't tuck the toes, just sitting back. This is called rock pose. I believe this is very traditional in Kundalini. That's not my wheelhouse, though. So you can sit like this. You can lean up against a wall. I'm not going to lean up against the fireplace right now. You could also lie down. One of the reasons that most meditation teachers don't like you to lie down is we tend to fall asleep. My theory might be a little different. This is not necessarily a right or wrong answer. This is my theory and my experience of teaching yoga for all of these years, is that a lot of us do what my teacher, my Linda, used to call the funky chicken. So you're in your meditation, your eyes are closed, your gaze is at third eye, and whoop, whoop. And to me, that's very distracting. So if it's so overwhelming or distracting to you to be seated and start rocking, I would rather that you do lie down, but comfortably lie down. So you could, oops, I'm going to throw that block right there. You could use your blanket. I would tend to like to maybe roll the blanket and place the roll underneath your sacrum or the length of the spine. So in a roll, a nice burrito roll, a very long burrito, it'd be a shared burrito. And then you could lie back in a Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly. You could even prop yourself up more with a bolster. You could take the same roll and place it underneath the sacrum. So try several. See what works for you. Try seated with a blanket, seated with a block. Try lying down, try leaning against a wall, and try them all for, let's say, 2 minutes each, just to see what works for you. Now, once you're in the position that you want to be in, then we work on getting ready for meditation. Preparation for meditation. Wow, this is a lot of stuff, isn't it? But ultimately, meditation is yoga. We do all of these poses, all of the asanas, to sit for long periods of time in meditation. That's what yoga really is. Or lie down in long periods of time without falling asleep, if possible. So first of all, you're going to find that comfortable seat. Then you're going to decide, are you going to close your eyes? Or are you going to find a focus point in front of you? If you close your eyes, you can bring your gaze to third eye, center of the forehead, gently. And then once you find your gaze in your seat, then you're going to start breathing. So we're going to skip breathing instruction in detail right now because there's a pranayama video coming out. But you start your breathing, you start to set the pattern of your breath. And then finally, depending on which position you're in, do a little bit of engagement, core engagement, to hold the spine up, because our core supports our spine, right? So just a little bit of engagement to hold yourself up, whether you're seated or lying on the back, shoulders away from the ears. You can practice a chin lock if you'd like. A chin lock, Jalandhara Bandha, would be to drop the chin towards the chest. Some of you that have practiced Ashtanga in the past add Mula Bandha, or lifting the pelvic floor, and Uddiyana Bandha, which is drawing in of the low belly, and that's part of your breathing exercises. But since this is not an Ashtanga class, we're not going to go deep into that. So you found your seat, you found your gaze, you found your breath, and then you found a little bit of engagement to keep yourself steady in your seat. And then from there, I'm going to add 2 meditation videos. One of them, I believe I'm going to go right out on the beach and record the waves, and then you'll have my voice in the background. And then another one, I will probably have my demo body go through the whole steps, and then I'll go through a guided meditation there. As far as meditation goes to teaching your students, write it down. Write it down. It's until it becomes so normal for you to say the words, it is absolutely okay to script a meditation. And you can have a theme. My videos will probably have a theme. We'll probably do a second chakra with the waves, the filming of the waves. I will probably do, the other one will be grounding. Simple enough, grounding, because even if you're not doing a grounding themed meditation, that final thing that you want to do when you start meditation is to root down, or ground or connect with the earth underneath you. In yoga, we refer to grounding points. And grounding points in yoga are any part of the body that is touching the earth or touching your mat, and then eventually the earth. So connect with the grounding points. Have your students take a few moments while they breathe to kind of scan the body, feel around mentally and say, okay, what is touching the earth right now? Backs of the legs, the sides of my feet, tailbone almost, and then from there, create a feeling of rooting. So imagining roots from the body that work their way down towards the center of the earth. Connecting with the energy of the earth. We are made of energy. Shh, don't tell the others. We are energetic beings with a consciousness. So connecting our energy to the earth energy. Earthing is another way of looking at this. Folks that spend a lot of time outdoors, who are into hiking, mountain biking, things like that, they have a really strong connection with the earth, and a lot of those folks call that earthing. So from there, get yourself all ready, and then when you are ready, then you can flip to one of the meditation videos that will be uploaded also.